Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table where I am creating another layout using my Counterfeit kit that I created a couple of weeks ago. I have these two photos of my husband. I have these scraps, two 6x8 sheets, and this is what's left of a sticker sheet. I'm going to use this embossed cardstock as my background, and I have a little bit of wood veneer also. I only end up using two of those. So originally I thought I was going to use this side of the paper, and in hindsight, I could have done that, and I think it would have turned out just as nice. Looking at it on camera, it looks nicer than it did in person. And as I looked at it in person, something about the color just bothered me with part of what's in those prints. So I decided to flip it over and use the lighter side. And I used some paint to create a little bit of mixed media. Most of these, just about everything that goes on this page, other than the wood veneer and the background paper, are from a Simple Stories fall kit, the fall collection. I'm really happy to use it up. And I trimmed out that 4x6 card, and now I'm doing the same with this scrap from a 12x12 sheet of pumpkins. And I actually do one more that has some sunflowers on it, and those are going to create a base along the bottom of this 12x12 page. I wish I had done some inking on those, but I didn't think of that at the right time. And here's the sunflower one. There it is, all trimmed out. And I thought of just having two, but I like the idea of having three. And I do make that one shorter later. You can see I'm moving it down there, and I just trim the bottom off. Okay, so I accidentally turned the camera off, but I did some dry brushing with this copper paint. And since this cardstock is just about, I guess it's embossed, it takes the paint really well and it helps the texture show up really nicely. And while you may not see it here on camera, in person, I really like what it did. And I think you might be able to see it a little bit better in the still shots at the end. But here we go. I have my pictures situated where I want them. And I'm debating now about what to use for the title, and I decide on these green stickers from Simple Stories. I bought 2 books of alphabets when I visited the Simple Stories facility, over 2 years now. It was the summer of 2022. And they don't seem to end. I've been using them all this time, and I still have lots more to use. There's a couple colors that I probably won't use. I'll put in a giveaway bin soon. But the greens and the browns and the navy blue, I have just used so many of them. So these photos were taken at Holden Arboretum, which is about an hour north of us in Kirtland, Ohio. It's a beautiful, peaceful place. Even though it's not very far from the city of Cleveland, it's just gorgeous and quiet there. I wish we lived closer to it because I would have a membership and just go walk there regularly. We were there in October of 2019. That's when these pictures were taken, and we've been there since then. We go almost every year. I don't think we've gone in 2024. But so they have this thing called the canopy walk, and it takes you up and you walk along in the canopy of the trees. And there's also an emergent tower that you can climb. And as you get to each new level, it tells you what's happening in that level of the forest. And so we enjoy doing that. These were taken in the fall, but we weren't there at peak leaf season. We missed that. but it was still beautiful. And so I just wanted to document these two photos, and it worked out really nicely that they allowed me to use up the end of this Simple Stories collection. Almost all of it. Enough that the leftovers are just going to go in my fall bin. So there were, on the sticker sheet, there were 2 tags. I pull those off, I back them with fun foam, and then I pull out this copper cord and I just put it through twice and then tie a bow. And at first I thought up there by the title I was going to use that leaf sticker, but I end up pulling that off and using the other tag. I thought it made sense that since I had a tag, I'm going to have one here at the bottom right, that I would have one diagonal in the top left as well. So I changed my mind about that. You can see that I've placed a few ticket stickers on the right of the photo, and this is going to layer on top of those and the pumpkins that are at the bottom. I do add some words below this. Let's see, what am I doing next? Yes, I added a word sticker to that says something like I love fall or favorite fall, something like that. And fall is my favorite season. I love it. It's a nice break from the heat of summer, which I am not a fan of. And it's before the dreaded wind chills and such of winter, which I am also not a fan of. So I really enjoy fall. Here I'm just backing that with some fun foam. I grab my crocodile in a moment and cut out that hole. For the second tag, I was messing with the crocodile because there was fun foam stuck in there and I had to get that out. Then I do the same with the cord for this tag. This roll of cord I have had for years and years, and I keep thinking I'm getting to the end of it, but I'm not. I have a silver one too, and the same thing. I thought I was near the end of the silver one, so I decided to pull it all off the roll because the rolls are big and bulky and take up a lot of space. I was not near the end of it. I have a big bunch of it left. I should have left it on the roll. So here's this one. I'm going to add it up near the title. And then I pull off some more stickers because I wanted some words up there as well, since I have words at the bottom. And I think I used 2 stickers, more stickers at the top and 2 or 3 more at the bottom. And they're all just things about fall and leaves. One might even say, well, there is a sticker that says pumpkin spice, but I didn't use that because this doesn't have anything to do with pumpkin spice. Though a pumpkin spice tea would have been really good on that walk. So here I'm adding a few more word stickers, trying to get it straight. I'm not convinced that it is straight, but I sure made an effort. This one says pumpkin time. And now I have the wood veneer. I had 3 pieces. I ended up only using 2. The other one just seemed too thick. So I pull out my distress inks, distress oxides really, and I'm just adding some color. I added a yellow and orange to the leaf, and then yellow and a couple different oranges to the pumpkin. And I didn't need a lot of ink. For some of the colors, there was enough left on the sponge or the applicator that I use. And then I grabbed, here's a different orange. I felt like it needed another orange. I think this one was ripe persimmon, and this might be marmalade or something like that. For the little stem, I used peeled paint. I love peeled paint. That's one of my favorite colors. I use it a lot. And I'm sorry you can't see the title here. This somehow got moved up, and I keep thinking I fixed it when I'm editing, and then it just goes back. So I'm not sure what's up with my editing app that it's just not working. So this one has sticky stuff on the back, but I'm still adding some liquid glue. And you'll see the whole layout better in the still shots. And I'm thinking about what else can I add. I thought I might use this, and I end up overlapping it with the tag and the wooden pumpkin at the top. And then I have to use a little bit of dimensional adhesive behind it because that one end was going to get bent, I think, when I stick it in my album. So I just put a little bit of those mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm not sure Stampin' Up! Still sells those, but I have a lot, and they come in handy sometimes. They're a nice, tiny little size. So we're coming up to the still shots here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have really enjoyed playing along with the Counterfeit kit group this month, and look at all the leftovers I have. This is it. They're going in my fall bin, and that kills that kit. Here are the still shots. Again, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day and that you get to scrapbook something soon. Goodbye.